5, 4, 3, 2,
Manchester
1,
United have
0.
reached the promised land.
Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? It's Friday. Normally, Friday is a bit vibey. It feels like today is going to be ever so slightly more vibey. The merch is launched. Man United winning 4-2 yesterday. Garnacho. Yeah, we're talking about Garnacho again this morning. I'm going to speak about Bruno. We're going to speak about individual performances, Ten Hag's comments, player ratings. We'll do those live together. It's Friday. We're going to bring up the map. I'm definitely going to do a giveaway, and the merch has been launched. It's yeah, I've got a big smile on my face. This is a day that I've been working towards for a long time. You know full well that. Well, I mean, how many years has the channel been around for? A long time, and I've never done any merch. Now I have, and I feel I'm happy with it. There's the butcher design over there. This one you can see. That's the fight back against the Glazers design. And yeah, I'll see who's down here in the comments, and let's enjoy today's stream. I think it'll be a really good one. I'm going to do a giveaway. If we can reach, I don't know, let's see if we can do a like target. I never do like targets. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 by the end of the stream, and I'll give away a piece of merch. I'll give somebody a code they can choose, whatever one they want. But who's down here this morning? Dog and Justice, good morning to you. Ruman, good morning to you as well. Carl Dale, Tony K, Wendy, how you doing? Lee, Emeka, John, Stinky Chops, very nice. Kieran Holt, Lawsy Ray, Charlie Hughes, who's on Facebook? MB, you're on there. Steve, how you doing? Gary Cole, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you there. Alex, I can see you there, and the OGs. It's wicked, man. It really is a proud day for me personally. It's I've spoken about the merch on here for so long, and I don't think that merch is done particularly well in the football space for the majority of it. I think a lot of it's a little bit tatty, and that's why I've gone. By the way, big up to Dylan, who's I actually need to message Dylan. Forgot about that. I need to message Dylan. He's the designer who's helped me sort of bring all these ideas to life, and there's lots and lots of different ones. You can go and have a look. I won't speak about it too much more. Go down there. You can go and look. These are the Christmas sweaters. There's one there for Warren down there. I think Warren's name just came up. It's not there for Warren. It's for 5 Cantonars. But I've just seen something down there which surely has not happened. Wow. Warren's down there gifting 50 memberships. Well, we're definitely doing giveaways today. Inspired by Warren. Jeez. Yeah, we're definitely doing giveaways. It's a smile on my face. It's a big reason. It's the community is genuine here. The community is absolutely genuine. This one here is not for, this isn't the design for Warren, but you can see that the design there. So this one's for Erik Cantona. If you want to get festive, that's what they're there for. Just check them all out on the website. I won't wax lyrical about it too much. I kind of feel like I don't want to be sort of shoving it down your throat. I'm just really proud of it. Really proud. And Warren, I want to go back to that. I can't even read the 50 names out, Warren. Who are some of the lucky ones? Sam Chiang, you've been given one. Duan, Daryl, Alex, you've joined in and gifted 5 as well, man. The community here is so amazing. Warren and Alex and Gungshi, make sure you slide into my DMs on Telegram, because I will be giving you guys some discount codes for some free merch. As I said, I wanted to say thank you very much to everybody who's supported the channel. It's yeah, I'll be honest, it's not been particularly. I've invested quite a lot into getting this merch done correctly. And David Cooks is asking, does it deliver to the US? It delivers worldwide. There's only 5 countries we don't deliver to. South Africa, unfortunately, UAE, the Philippines, and there's 2 more. And that's because, simply put, a lot of parcels go missing in those countries, and that's why we don't shop there. But look, Warren, yeah, Warren is a top G. Warren G, that's exactly who he is from now on. Dave, absolute legend. Thank you very much, man. Honestly, the support that you've all given me over the years now, really is years, for the channel in every single which way is fantastic. And isn't it amazing that as a football club now, it feels like we're heading in the right direction. We're on the right path. And there's an actual togetherness, even among some fans. It's been a bit of a divided fan base for a good few years, hasn't it? And it feels like Ten Hag's really getting everyone on the same ship, heading in the right direction. Michael, you're saying, is it just me, Or does Garnacho remind you of a young Ronaldo? Gappy teeth, dodgy haircut, raw talent, sky's the limit. You can definitely get those parallels. But I'll be waxing lyrical about Garnacho in a little bit. Ben, you're saying he's a rough diamond. Nigeria, we delivered to Nigeria. I believe so anyway. James, you're saying, look, loving the merch. Hopefully the Glazers have the Glazers out for my trip to New York. Mate, that'd be amazing. I reckon so. And thank you very much, everyone. Nash, I really apologize. It's not to South Africa. I really apologize as well. I didn't actually realize until this morning when somebody said that it says you don't deliver to South Africa. I apologize about that, but that's just kind of the way it is. I'm trying to think if there's a way around I could do it. I don't think. I'll look into it. All right, I'll look into it. But look, let's wax lyrical about the football last night in the second half and from an attacking perspective. Far from a perfect game, was it? Far from a perfect game. And I will speak about the issues with Maguire, with Lindelof, with Fred, McTominay, with things that we saw, because there are definite issues. But wow, that was an entertaining game. And football is supposed to be entertaining, isn't it? Football is supposed to be entertaining. And in that first half, it was far from it. Slow, cumbersome. United not particularly playing well. Defensively, all over the shop. Transitions were poor. I would say we pressed pretty well. We won the ball high up the pitch a lot, but from that creative attacking third, it didn't really work out. And then that second half blew up. Aston Villa scoring. I'll speak about that later in the show. Us getting a goal back immediately. Then 2-1 down, then 2-2, then 3-2, then 4-2. Garnacho. My God. My God. What's your reaction to all of it? You can let me know what you think in the comments below. But as much as I want to wax lyrical about Garnacho, and I keep saying wax lyrical, Bruno, for me, deserves the main headlines yesterday. I know Marcus Rashford got man of the match on Sky, and Marcus Rashford was a real threat, got his goal, kind of deserved possibly one more as well. But Bruno Fernandes, for me, was the difference maker. Bruno Fernandes was shifted out to the right wing for two reasons. Number one, because Erik Ten Hag, with Anthony not in the team, he doesn't trust Anthony Elanga. Clearly, I think we can all say now that he doesn't trust Facundo Pellistri must not be doing enough in training to be warranting his chance in the team, because as we can see with Garnacho, he's not scared to play youngsters. And if they're ready and they deserve their chance, Pellistri must clearly just not be doing enough. And that's the only assumption that we could make. And Bruno was forced out the right wing because Donny van de Beek was in the team. Now, I don't even have a picture of Donny van de Beek. I'm not even sure if there was a picture of Donny van de Beek from yesterday, because Donny van de Beek legitimately ghosted it again. And that's 3 consecutive starts in a row. I would like to think that the Donny van de Beek experiment is now done. Isn't it strange? So many people for so long have been calling for Van de Beek to be in United's team. He comes in the team and everyone wants him out of the team straight away. Van de Beek has been given chances now. Been given so many chances at United. And had Ten Hag not managed Van de Beek before, I don't think he would have been afforded a third chance. I don't think he would have been afforded that third start because he didn't deserve it. And I don't think he deserved it against Villa either. And it was 3 games where, wow, man, the game just passes him by. People are going to be like, Sam, you're not looking at his off-the-ball movement. What, running away from the ball? If you're going to play in that number 10 role, you have to be the orchestrator. And it's just not working out for Donny. And I think that's, for me, that's the time where we end the Donny van de Beek experiment. He's been given his chances and it's just not worked out. And I imagine he'll probably be moved on in the next 12 months or so. And I don't think that's the wrong thing to do. But Bruno Fernandes, as soon as he moved into the middle yesterday, it's like he had a bee in his bonnet. He had so much energy, it felt aggressive. And it was kind of infectious. It brought the tempo of all the team around him up a level. Got the goal that he deserved. Could have had another one. But everybody around Bruno was just buzzing like wasps because of the performance of Bruno Fernandes. And for me, He was man of the match yesterday, I think. And I know there are, you could definitely give it to Garnacho, you could definitely give it to Marcus Rashford, but for me, I'd have to give it to Bruno Fernandes. Wendy, really good comment now down there as well. Eriksen, when he came off the bench, he definitely gave a bit of an element and control, which is kind of that's what Eriksen does, isn't it? That is what Eriksen does. Dave, you're saying Van der Beek was awful again last night. He was invisible. It really is sad. I do feel that my sympathy for Van der Beek extends to the point that I think we've misused him a little bit. I think it's obvious that he thrives in a system where possession is dominated, and that's not really existed too much at United. And he's also completely failed to adapt to our system. So it's a two-way street. Absolutely a two-way street. In the same way, I think it was a little bit of a two-way street with Paul Pogba as well, and why he didn't work out. But I'm done with it now. Done with it. I want to speak about this guy instead. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's kind of all you can say, really. And it was that performance. That performance from Garnacho was truly star quality. Truly, truly star quality. And I'm not just talking about that assist to Scott McTominay at the end of the game, which was, if Kevin De Bruyne does that, everyone's like, oh, and like everyone's like, oh my God, it's Kevin De Bruyne. If Messi does it, it's like, oh my, Garnacho, wow. And that was on his right foot as well. You know how outrageous that is. For me, the standout moment for him was that run that he made. Little 1-2 on the edge of his own box, ball over the top, and the sprint down the wing, right on the touchline. Going in, if that had gone in and Callum Chambers didn't get his goofy body in the way, that would have been unbelievable. But Garnacho really... Look, if that game against Sheriff was where he kind of announced himself, said, look, right, here I am. Is Garnacho right-footed? I didn't know that. I thought Garnacho was left-footed. Well, he certainly can play with both feet then. My bad. Got that wrong. Anyway. But Garnacho, just everything about him screams superstar. And I said this to you. Like, there's players like Anthony Elanga is I think a good parallel to have. Anthony Elanga is clearly a good academy prospect. We saw it last year. He scored some important goals. He burst through. He's got the tenacity and the teamwork and the work rate to be a decent enough squad player for United. But Garnacho is somebody that shines under the spotlight. Garnacho is somebody that uses pressure as fuel. And not everybody can do that. It's a tough situation to do. That's what superstars do. They thrive in the most pressure boiler situations. And at the age of 18 years and 133 days old, he became the youngest ever player to assist 2 goals in a game for Manchester United. And that comes 2 weeks after he became Manchester United's youngest ever non-English goal scorer in European football. Garnacho really is the real deal. United are going to have to work I don't think we've got to work quickly with getting him to sign a new contract, but I mean, let's not piss about. Let's absolutely not piss about. Let me see what you're saying in the comments down here. Now, Garnacho is in the preliminary squad for the World Cup. And now that you've said that, I may as well bring up this. Is it this comment here? There you go. I was going to speak about that in a little bit. This is what Erik ten Hag said about the idea of Garnacho going to the World Cup with Argentina. He said it's difficult to say whether he should go. It is a big step to go to a World Cup. I don't know if that's the right step. He has to keep his head clean, stay calm, work hard, and develop. Now, you type yes or no in the comments. Honestly, would you like to see Garnacho in the squad, the Argentina squad for the World Cup? Type yes or no in the comments. Because I think it's an interesting debate. And it's about when you think a player should be involved in a situation like that. Because, you know, let's be completely honest. He's not going to start any games. He probably won't get any minutes. I don't think so anyway. Well, maybe, but not particularly. I'll be interested to know whether you think he should go there or whether you think he should be staying at Manchester United and working with Erik ten Hag for a month. Let's see what you think. Yes, he's not going to play. Wendy, you're saying no. Dave, you're saying no. I'll tell you what, I'm not surprised down here that the comments are split, because I do think there really is a debate to be had either way. Alex, you're saying yes, he should be going. No, he needs to focus on club football. I reckon that's a really good, interesting split decision, because I'm not sure where I'd stand on it either. Because on the one hand, you've got, well, why wouldn't you want Garnacho to have World Cup experience? He might not be playing. There's not really going to be much pressure on him. He can just enjoy being in and around Lionel Messi in his last World Cup, and probably Ronaldo's last World Cup, and he can be involved in that. But on the other hand, he could have like spotlight attention and focus from Erik ten Hag for basically a month, where so many senior players have left. And I imagine if he stays at Manchester United, the bond that he will build with Ten Hag there could be quite important. But at the same time, surely going to the World Cup and experiencing that on the brightest of stages is something that's going to help him develop and mature. I can definitely see pros and cons to both of them, but I don't know what the right thing is to do. Erik ten Hag was asked about it, and he's in the same thing. He goes, I'm not sure that it's the right step for him right now. And this is going to be a thing that Erik ten Hag has to manage really, really well. We go down here, and this is what Ten Hag said about him after the game. He said, it's quite clear with 2 assists and some good dribbles and runs behind, but also there's some things he's got to improve, or things he has to improve. It's that Ten Hag is going to do his best, I think, to manage the expectations around Alejandro Garnacho. And it's going to be quite difficult because of the player he is. But man, and this, I think I've said this to you before. You can give me all your 75 million, 80 million, 70 million, 90 million pound signings, but it hits different when you watch an academy prospect take to the stage and then you just watch the birth of a career. You get a different connection with the player. I don't know. It just hits different. It feels different. It feels stronger. And because of United and our history with academy players, just to watch Garnacho last year win the FA Youth Cup, he scored 5 goals en route to winning it with Charlie McNeil, by the way. Stunning performance in the Youth Cup final towards the last 20, 30 minutes. He was the star of the show. He won it right at the end. And it's such a core and fundamental part of Manchester United's identity, that seeing someone like Garnacho doing that in the early stages of his career, it's a different feeling. It's a different vibe. And that's what I loved about Garnacho last night. But man, that kid is a star, properly a star. And it's, as I said, there is a difference between those academy. There are so many academy players who come through and they become good squad players, but there are different academy players who come through and they've just got that star quality about them. Paul Pogba was one of those. Whenever you watched him throughout the Youth Cup, throughout in the under 18s, it was above that level, and he really is one of them. Now, I think we're going to get the announcement on the Argentina national squad for the World Cup today. I think England's was announced yesterday. Uruguay's was announced yesterday with Facundo Pellistrin. But let's find out on the Garnacho situation. Ten Hag is unsure whether it's the right thing for him to go there or not. And I'll be honest, I think. And you're nah, man, I've got like uncle vibes. I've got like proud uncle vibes with Garnacho. I've just got a straight up man crush on Lisandro. Yeah, man. Garnacho, you have an element of pride, don't you? That's part of it. There's an element of pride that comes when you see just an academy player just burst through, like it's your kid. It's not my kid. No way. But it's just cool, man. There's as I said, there's something that hits different. Isaac, you're mentioning Kobbie Mainoo down there in the comments. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do over the next. If we're looking at the breakthrough of, and this is what I've said this before as well. I said we won the FA Youth Cup at a perfect time, just before Erik ten Hag came in as manager. a manager who, his whole career at Ajax is built on taking exciting youngsters and turning them in and developing them into stars. It's I think Kobbie Mainoo is probably going to be the one next year. Don't think that'll happen this year, but I imagine he's going to be brought through probably pre-season next year for Kobbie Mainoo. And then in the same way that Garnacho is now breaking through, he's waited until November to get a few appearances. I'm imagining Kobbie Mainoo will do the same thing next season. And it's exciting, man. Let me see what you're saying down here in the comments. Alex, you're saying Garnacho will also provide an example for all the other academy prospects to follow too. And Ten Hag's making that path very clear. Now, you might try and say that, he's not giving Pellistri a chance. But it's obvious that Ten Hag values giving somebody a chance. He's not just going to give chances out willy-nilly. And I think that's kind of what quite a few of our managers have done over the last few years. Van Gaal was the king of it. What is it? Tyler Blackett, Paddy McNair, Donald Love, Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. Geez, there's more in that list of weird academy players that played like 3 games under Van Gaal and then never played again. Zidane, of course, is a great one. It's going to be exciting to watch him come through. You got Charlie Savage there too, Charlie McNeil. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe academy prospects that are genuine, that have the genuine potential to become first-team squad players. I think so anyway. Will Fish, man, poor kid. He only went on the pre-season tour because, an injury to, I think it was Twanzebe, and he went home. And then Will Fish came in, and then he got a red card, didn't he? Daz, you're right there. It's the lack of fear, isn't it? That's what comes through with youthful naivety, I call it. They play differently. They don't really have anything to fear. It's like, well, you kind of got nothing to lose here. Sean, he's saying, what did I think of what night it was Bailly kicking out at Martinez? He's an idiot. It's all about earning chances. And I think Ten Hag has showed that. With Garnacho. It's like the opportunities are all there for youngsters. Opportunities are all there, but I will not just hand out these chances for the sake of it. Earn it. And if you earn it, boom, you're going to get your opportunity. And he's proven that with Garnacho, and he's also showing that it just works. Jeez, Matt, what are you doing down here, man? Wow. Matt, you're gifting 20 memberships. How you doing, man? I hope you and your kids are all right, man. Nice to see you there. Wow, what a ledge. Everyone's feeling vibey, and I tell you why. It's because Garnacho. That's why. Amy, you've been lucky enough to get one. Sean, Alexandria, Paul Prentice, Arnold, Akshay, Al Hiri, Baba Traore, Chetan Prasad. No, not you. Ardi Halim, Mayank. Lots and lots of you, man. Matt, absolute Don. Thank you very much, man, for continuing. Thank you to everybody. Whether you're just here, whether you're gifting 5 memberships, whether you're Warren G and you're gifting 50 memberships, you're all helping and supporting the community. And it makes me feel really proud because I've spent a lot of time building this community up, and it's only getting bigger and better. And I think it's so genuine. I really, really do love it. Gungshi, man. The Godfather's here saying, who are these people trying to take my move over? This is my throne. Gungshi there dropping 20, man. Absolute Don. Annie Rude, you've got one. Emus, Michael Binsar, you lucky devils. All of you say thank you very much to the absolute. Yeah, the Dons are coming out. Honestly, it's like we've got all my capitan. Was it captains? All my captains. I'm not very good at being a mob boss. I'll be a terrible mob boss. Speaking of mob bosses, look at that segue. Let's talk about Erik Ten Hag and Ten Hag's comments after the game, because Ten Hag has got a very good way of complimenting people, but then bringing them down a notch. And that's exactly what he did after the game yesterday. Complimented everybody, complimented Garnacho, then brought it down a notch. He said, look, I'm happy with that resilience. That's what we need and have to show every game. I was so disappointed and mad on Sunday because we didn't fight. We were sloppy, especially in the defense. And United players have to show 100% discipline. What we have to do better, we have to play at a high intensity, because that's what top teams do. We've made a step in the right direction, but we have to find the moments to get more composure on the ball and find the moments where we can speed up. And if I call it the compliment sandwich. It's a classic. It is a classic mode of a tool of management that I've always used myself. Compliment sandwich. You're good. You can improve this, but you're good. That's exactly what Ten Hag's doing, and it works. Oh, I think it works anyway. And you can tell that Ten Hag was pissed, man. He was pissed. He said he was mad. And I tell you what, it must have been a pretty intense halftime team talk as well, I think, because there was a real lack of there wasn't a lack of pressing. We won the ball up quite high up the pitch, but there was a lack of quality in the final third, which kind of will take us back to games like Omonia and Newcastle and games like that. But in that second half, wow, we turned it around, man. We absolutely turned it around. Tuti, you're saying that the Premier League strikers can't handle the aggression of the Butcher. I'll tell you what, it's easy. I don't know my favorite design, actually. It might be that one, but I really, really like this one. This is a design that's for, there you go. What? So it's the three little birds. So it's the Holy Trinity statue with the three little birds and the Dutch flag. It's a little bit of a nod to the Manchester and the Amsterdam crossover. I love that one. And it looks really cool. Looks really cool in the orange. Better than I thought it would. The colours are really nice and vibrant. Did Erik Ten Hag comment on Van der Beek's performance, says Hickney? I'm not actually sure. I'm really not sure. Man, it really is Christmas down here in the comments, I think, today. What's going on? My God. I can't keep up with it. This is just amazing. It really is. Oh, I need to see what's going down there. Yeah, it is. Wow. Matt, you've gifted 5, and Gungshi, you've gifted 5. Honestly, man, I keep saying, stop gifting memberships.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
I should have put Barry on a shirt, really. I should have put Barry on a shirt. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a little Barry limited release at some point. But everyone's joining in, mate. It's an absolute party down here in the comments today. Alex, you've gifted 5 as well. I honestly can't keep up. I genuinely can't keep up. It's, as I said, everything that you do to support the channel, I put back into the channel. I've invested a lot into the merchandise. I hope the designs reflect that. And there's a little, with every design, I won't show it on camera. Make sure you check out the hem label that exists at the bottom, because there's a little special message on the inside. But look, let's go back to Erik Ten Hag and see what he's saying. He also said this. He said, we controlled the game in the first half by good pressing, won a lot of possession, but then we did the wrong things. Bad in transition, missing the pass, one step too late, passing in behind. So we missed a lot of opportunities. And that really is a bit of a nod to Fred, in my opinion. Because Fred, that pass to Rashford, where he just delayed it, and then Rashford was offside, and then squared to Bruno, but it didn't count. There was absolutely no reason why he couldn't have just released that ball like a second or two earlier. The pass was always on. It was right there. Really, really weird. More members than my only fan. That's true enough. That's true enough. I don't have an OnlyFans account, by the way. Just to let you know. That was a joke on the podcast. But look, this is how good last night was. We've spent half an hour. We've waxed lyrical. He got it in again about Garnacho, about Bruno, about what we're saying. We haven't really spoken about Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford was given man of the match yesterday. As I said, I personally would have given it to Bruno, but that's my own personal decision. But Marcus Rashford yesterday, that's Marcus Rashford. He won the ball 4 times in the opposition third, which was more than any other player. He had 4 shots, which I believe was more than any other player. Rashford was cracking yesterday. He really, really was. And lo and behold, right, and I'll say this because these two things are very much linked. I love that photo of Casemiro. That wasn't linked at all. But these are very much... Let me pull that over there because I want to speak about that later. I'm speaking about Rashford here, and I'm speaking about Martial. Man United just need to move Ronaldo on. The story around Ronaldo is wonderful and what he's done at United, but simply put, we're looking at, and we're a different team with Martial in. Yesterday, he got a goal, and that means that in 6 appearances this season, he's had 6 goal involvements. Hardly had any minutes. I think he's got a goal every like 50-odd minutes or so. He really is making such a difference to this team when he plays. Not really in that first half, let's be honest, because we were shit in that first half. But in that second half, just saw it. United sort of like took a big breath in, and Old Trafford went behind him. It's great to see Martial back. He was taken off after 60 minutes. Presumably, that's so he's going to be fit to face Fulham. Because at some point this season, we will see it. We'll see Rashford on the left-hand side. Although I said it in my match reaction yesterday. I tell you what, it's going to be really interesting to see how Erik Ten Hag manages Garnacho and Rashford. Because Garnacho's burst through here. And, well, he's unbelievably quality. He's playing off the left-hand side. Rashford, he's refinding himself. Quite a lot of the good work he did yesterday was actually central. It was quite central, I think. But there's going to have to be... How do you get both of those playing? Does that mean that Rashford's going to have to kind of shift more towards playing in the middle again? Or are we just going to see Rashford and Garnacho go toe-to-toe and switch? It's... I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting one. But one absolute certainty is that we need this man fit. We need this man fit. And some of you in the comments are saying, what are you talking about Ronaldo for? Because the lack of Ronaldo opens up the ability to perform like this. And this is not the first time this has happened. It's just we are a far more dynamic team without him. And goals can come from anywhere. Goals yesterday coming from Bruno, from Martial, from Rashford, from Garnacho. Fuck, we've got threats everywhere. And it's fantastic to see Marcus Rashford. He's got a resting bitch face on there. But Rashford got into the England squad. I'll run through that announcement in a little bit. And it's good to see him. I spoke about it yesterday. Him saying, look, I didn't realize I needed a mental break, but I needed it. And look at him now. He's playing like he loves football again. And that really is an important thing. So Josh, you're saying that I quite happily watch Rashford, Martial, and Garnacho play together. Done it, yeah, mate. Then you got Anthony in. We've got some quality coming. There really is just reason to smile about what's coming next with United. Shit, Anthony, Martial, Rashford, Garnacho, and you've got Bruno in behind. You've got Sancho in there, and I think Sancho will re-find himself from an attacking perspective. Man, we've got some sexy options. Rashford on the bench once Garnacho is fully developed. I know that I'm not saying that Garnacho is not more dynamic than Rashford, but Rashford, as he's showing here, he's got a real ability. He does. I don't know. I'm going to find it curious as to see how Ten Hag manages both of them across the course of the season. Because if they're both banging goals in and they're both in form, how do you positionally get the most out of both at the same time? I don't know. We'll find out. Pellistri, Jarvis, at this moment in time, we've not really seen Pellistri, and he must not be doing enough in training. That's kind of what my assumption is right now, because as Ten Hag has shown with Garnacho, he is happy enough to give players game time if they have earned it. And yeah, if I was looking at look, this photo just cracked me up yesterday. Absolutely cracked me up. Just Casemiro. Garnacho and Bruno celebrating the third goal, I think it was, and Casemiro just legging it down the wing, just jumping in. Casemiro, man, seems like an absolute dude. Seems really genuinely driven to succeed at Manchester United. And it must be infecting the players, because it's certainly infecting me as a fan. Shit, we've had hardly any reason to be optimistic for a long old time. Genuine optimism rather than false dawns. We've had quite a few false dawns and we've been brought crashing down to earth again. But look, that was a week where we had another potential problem. The game against Villa was a problem. And look what happened in the second half after it. That was a team performance. Team performance. Chetan, you're absolutely right. Although saying that, we've got Burnley who are top of the championship. It's not exactly an easy game. Kind of a banana skin game, at least it's at home. But that won't be an easy game in any way, by any way, shape, or form. But it's good to be positive about United again, with genuine reason, and not just blind optimism, not just false hope. And you're saying, look, this truly is a team that feels like we'll go to war for each other. I haven't seen that for a long, long time. Is it Casemiro who's driving it, or is it the Butcher that's driving it, or is it all of them collectively? I think that's what it is. We're a collective again. We really are a collective again, and that's what I mean. There are players that you can really argue, oh, he's integral, but he's more integral. Everyone's coming together at the same time. I mean, Vincent, I forgot that Vincent Company went there. That'll be an interesting game. It really will be. Matt, you're saying Cass he is in love. He's just enjoying it. Everyone's just enjoying it, man. And it is that collectiveness. Pap, you're saying, Sam, do you think that Pellistri can go on loan in the Prem and get game time? I think if he goes on loan, he'll probably go back to La Liga. I imagine so. But his agent is pushing for him to leave on a permanent deal. And if Pellistri starts for you, and he's in the Uruguay squad, let's run through those now. That was announced yesterday. That Pellistri, you can see him down there. Despite not playing for Manchester United at all this season, despite being injured, he is in. Mate, it's not exactly a shit squad. Look, they've got Valverde there. They've got Bentancur. You've got Cavani still alive. Suarez is still down there. It's kind of a little bit fading. I've got Nunes too, of course. Uruguay will be an interesting team to watch. I don't imagine they'll do too well. But Pellistri, congratulations to Pellistri for getting into that squad. And then congratulations as well to Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, and Marcus Rashford. And speaking of Harry Maguire, if I do that, I haven't got a photo of him, so I can just do this and that and a little bit. Oh, off you go. Go down here. This man. Yesterday, Harry Maguire was just Harry Maguire again. For me, in my personal opinion, I don't think there's any excuse you can give for that goal that we conceded. Ollie Watkins, basically, the way Manchester United play, right? The way Manchester United play, we play with a high line. We play with aggressive fullbacks. That's why our centre-backs need to be able to cover the space in behind. There was only one striker there in Ollie Watkins, I think it was. And Maguire didn't even know he was there until the ball was at his feet. And he obviously didn't have the pace to recover from at that point because he was behind him. It's very Harry Maguire. Daisy, you're completely right in that sense. I'm gonna highlight that comment there. Where is it? That's Lindelof's style of defending. Lindelof has a natural disposition to step back, instead of putting his foot in, because he doesn't want to put his foot in, miss, and lose the ball. And that's where Martinez is different. He's got the aggression and the timing of it, because his timing is so much better. And it's just 2 games where Maguire and Lindelof have played together this season, I think. Sociedad at home, we lost 1-0. And here against Villa, we conceded 2. And defensively, we were lacking. Now, of course, McTominay and Fred playing in front of them instead of Casemiro and Eriksen, that hurt them. But still, I don't think there's any excuse for that from Harry Maguire. Now, look, I imagine he's going to be starting at the World Cup. Gareth Southgate loves him. It's weird, isn't it? Jordan, you're saying that if the chance came around, what would you pick if only one striker, a striker, midfielder, defender, or goalkeeper? What's everyone's opinion? For me, it's easy, and it would just be a striker. I don't think it's really a question. It's either a striker or a Christian Eriksen V2. There for me, or an alternative to Delo. But for me, number one is a new striker. But look, let's find out what goes on with Harry Maguire at the World Cup. Maybe Maguire's going to re-find himself. But again, last night, I just saw another performance from Harry Maguire, and I'm looking at him going, well, you're filling me with absolutely no hope whatsoever. Paul Swift, you're down there as well. You're joining the absolute Christmas in the community. This comment doesn't make any sense. The absolute, mate, the generosity today is mind-blowing. It really is. And that's why I'm going to be doing some giveaways as well. Are we going to reach the like target? Let's have a look. Let me refresh this. That one there. We've got 396. We probably won't reach 1,000. Maybe that was a bit overzealous. But I'm definitely going to be doing some giveaways. Mate, I'll do some inside the Telegram community. It's amazing. I'm so happy that the merch is finally launched. And I'm really happy with this design in particular. Look at that. As you can see there, there's a new little addition to the set too. And if you order anything, you might find that you have one of these inside the package as well. And a little note from me too. Nice little touches. Let's say what you're saying down here, talking about Maguire and Tomori. It's the favoritism. It's Gareth Southgate choosing what he knows in Maguire. Lewis, you're saying, what's the update on Varane? Last couple of minutes of the show here today, ladies and gents. You fire in your questions. Can be about United if you want. Can be about anything else. Last 3, 4, 5 minutes of the show. I'll try and answer as many as possible. I would run through the player ratings, but it feels like we kind of already did that there. We've kind of assessed it all and analysed it. Oh, geez. Nick, you sent a super chat. I've got to read this out. Since you hate praise, over 315K on YouTube, own website, merch, and a podcast. Deserve all the praise and growth. Don't change your personality. That's just, mate. Thank you very much, man. I'm very much... I feel like I've got a lot of awareness in life now. I don't know. It feels like I've gained that over the last few years. And I don't take anything for granted. I try and not look at success. I'm not driven by... genuinely, some people might say I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by succeeding. When you put a lot of work into something and you see it and it comes out and it's what you've wanted it to be, that's what drives me. Putting hard graft in and it turning into... I love creating. In my spare time, I'm learning how to DJ. I love creating. I've taught myself how to use Photoshop. I've taught myself how to use Premiere Pro. I like creating. Don't ask, you don't get. Craig, this one's a small. I'll be honest, they're snug. They're quite snug. A small for me normally leaves a little bit of room. There's a proper size guide on the website. Make sure so if you go back to over here, and if you go, let me try and pull this up for you here. It might be down in the actual bottom of the comments down here. Size guide, yeah. So if you go there and you look at the bottom, it will give you the size guide, but also if you click on any product like this one here, you'll have this as well, which will give you a bit more information about what the sizes are and how you can measure up so you can know exactly what one to get. All right. So make sure you check that out too. What else are you saying down here in the comments? Stephen, if you can just go on, it's uptvmerch.com is the website, buddy. Let's see what we're going down here. We have to, mate, I don't disagree with you, Alex. We definitely need to buy in January. And I think Ten Hag is earning that. He's earning that. He's earning that right to ask for signings. And he's earning the right to be given them as well. If United don't get... I think... I don't know whether we can get the striker that we want in January in terms of, okay, this is the man we're building it around. And that's going to be whether or not we wait for someone. Wait for the summer for that right signing. But this is why we need a good scouting department and good forward-thinking plans, because we should be able to know what striker we want in January. And if we're going to pull the trigger in the summer, then sod it. Pull the trigger in January. Do it early. I always compare it because it's a really relevant situation, but Luis Diaz and Liverpool, that's exactly what needs to happen. And I don't know who that striker is. Nobody does. And the World Cup is going to change everything, I think, in terms of who's in the spotlight and maybe where the opportunities are. But I'm really interested to see that. And next week, remember, I'm going to have a video going out. 8 attackers we should be scouting at the World Cup. 8 midfielders we should be scouting at the World Cup. And 10 youngsters we should be scouting at the World Cup. It's going to be like a little pre-World Cup series. And then I'm going to be doing daily streams here as well. Jason, thank you very much, dude. So here's some Masons can't give memberships. Man. Yeah, Nick, I know it's map day. Woo! Today is a wild day, people. Today is like that second half against Aston Villa. There's so many. Mate, and I swear, you got to get a Martinez tattoo at some point. Tattoo at some point. Captain K, thank you very much, dude. Brian Brobby, that's another one that's going to be discussed about. But look, and Hickme's, yes, it's shipping is to everywhere apart from Philippines, South Africa, UAE, and there's a couple of more as well. Yeah, Mo, I will do that. I got your message yesterday. I haven't been ignoring you, but trust me, if you saw my Instagram DMs, it's kind of hard to keep up with them. I will make sure that I do that. And yeah, we do ship to Cyprus. But look, 3 names to go on the map. Remember the town and the country that you're living in, and I'll get 3 added onto the map. Let's see who we can get added on today. Who are the latest to be added on? We've got Bogota in Colombia. We've got Espoo in South Finland. Yogyakarta in Indonesia. Chicago in America. Aurora in, I think, Colorado. Who we got down here? I'm going to put this on the map because, fun fact, where is it? Stephen, I lived in Chesham for like 4 months. Was it 2 years ago? I can't remember when it was. Drew, I know you're not watching, but big up to you, my mate, for letting me stay in your house. Chesham on the map. There we go. Let's see who else we can get onto the map. Let's get 2 more names down here. See if we can get some new places. I'm not sure if Lebanon is on the map yet. Let's have a look. Let's zoom in. We've already got Beirut on the map. Oh dear. Shouldn't have clicked that. Shouldn't have clicked that. Let's zoom out. Oh God, I'm making it all break. Shouldn't have done that. Beirut is on the map. Right. Let's try 2 more times. Sharjah in the UAE. I don't think you're on the map, sir. Sharjah in the UAE. On you go. Welcome aboard. Man, I love how global it is. I'm going to get this printed off at some point. Let's do 1 more. California's already on there for sure. What else we got down here? Queenstown in Singapore. Go on then. On you go. Queenstown in Singapore. Awesome. On the map. So the 3 we've added today are Singapore, UAE, and Chesham, Buckinghamshire. And Martin, you're down there saying, can you have a look at a striker in Spain who is 26 and 6'2"? What, is this some sort of quiz? I don't know what the player's name is. I don't know what the player's name is. You've got to let me know. But honestly, man, today was months in the planning. So much planning has gone into this launch, and I'm so happy that it's launched correctly, that you like it, and all of the support you keep giving me. I'm going to keep putting it back. I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I don't think we reached a like target, but sorry, I'll probably do a giveaway on Telegram anyway. Anybody who does buy the merch, thank you for supporting the channel, and it will always go back into the channel. Gwynfor, you missed Barry. Barry was here earlier. But look, yeah, man, it is Jarvis. Reds all around the world. It's genuine. It's a genuine community. Now the merch is launched, we can focus on the World Cup, and I can actually properly start members-only content. I've been wanting to do that for so long, but I've been just distracted by other things. Cracking performance last night. Garnacho, I don't know what my video is going to be on this afternoon, but we've got Fulham on Sunday. So my starting 11 will go out tomorrow morning. But thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Warren and Gungshi and Matt and everybody, Paul Swift, I think it was. Everybody who gifted memberships. You're all dons, every single one of you. Thanks for the constant support. And look, mate, we've had a rough few years as United fans. Kind of, you can expect that's what happens in football. But the future, genuinely, the future does look bright, and the future does look orange with Erik ten Hag. Big up to all of you. Have a cracking weekend. I'll be here Monday with a live stream. I'll be here at lunchtime with another video. I'll be here tomorrow morning with another video. And then on Sunday, I'll be here with a reaction to the Fulham game. Have a cracking weekend, everyone.